Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. We are back at the garden house today. Today we are here because our door and window are being delivered sometime today. So we are here to get that delivery and fit those doors and close this house up. So yeah, so it's D-Day for the doors. So I'm going to quickly show you guys what we did here last time. And now I've also come in. I'm going to work on the shower tray today while we're waiting for these doors to come, because I think the door might come around lunchtime. So I wanted to see if I could get the tray in while we were waiting. While I was just looking at that and clearing out the bathroom area, and now I've seen properly inside the space because it's all cleared out, I've realized I've got a major problem. Not something that we can't sort out, but yeah, I'm going to show you guys what the issue is and what we're going to have to do now to resolve that problem. So firstly, here is the plastering. As you can see, it's dry now, what we did the last time that we were here. So all we got to do basically was just fit the window in and fit the door in, and then we'll just plaster around that area. So that's can all be done today. So we're just waiting for that to turn up. But if you guys remember when I did the pocket door system and I mentioned about where the door is, it's the furthest it can be to the right. Now this design of this house has quite a low ceiling on this side, which is making everything really, really tight as far as making things fit. So I had originally done my measurements with the door and the door height that I thought the door height was going to be to have, if I just show you guys here, there's a waist here. I was expecting my tray to be around here, or my waist for my tray to be around here, and the power coming in would have been on the other side of the wall. So because this frame couldn't move anymore to the right, it was a little bit higher than I expected, it ended up being within the partition, which is not a problem. I can just poke the cable out from the other side. Now I've cleared out here and I've started doing my measurements, because it's going to be an 800 by 800 shower base in here. I've now realized that this is too short. This is about 70 and I need 80. So that means this wall here needs to be pushed back. So that door sort of thrown everything off, and I didn't realize at the time that it was throwing off my 800 there. I totally didn't realize that. So unfortunately, this wall that I've plastered here, if you go around the side of the cupboard, this wall has to come out and we have to push it over. And we're gonna have to push it over somewhere around here and rebuild this wall and replaster it and everything. So yeah, just giving myself sort of a big job. The other issue as well with that problem is that the power cable now is going to be inside the shower. So we're gonna have to dig around that and take that piece of pipe out and push the pipe further that way so it comes on the outside. So yeah, we've got our work cut out for us, and we're going to see if we can get this done before these doors come, hopefully, and then we can be back on track and start getting this stuff in. So yeah, just showing you guys the ups and downs of the trade and things that can potentially happen and how we can rectify them. So let's crack on. Yeah. All right, cool. All right guys, so we're taking that out. As you can see, we've taken that piece out nice and clean, and I take the angle bead off on the edge here as well. So I'm gonna have to extend this wall out a little bit with a little bit of partition and a bit of plasterboard, and then I'll scrim tape it here and then feather that plasterboard in, or plastering in, and then we're gonna bring it out. So I also dug the concrete here to expose here our cable, which is in a duct. We're going to move the cable over just about by 10 centimeters that way, so then it comes on the outside of partition. So we basically need to bring our partition now outside wall here, and that will give us our 800 there. Yeah, so that's it. So we're gonna shoot off and get some materials and then come back and rebuild this wall. All right guys, quick update. We've been busy. We managed to take that piece of wall out, which I showed you guys, and then we also, if you look here, have rebuilt this corner. So we've got some studding, loads of studding in here, and then we've wrapped it with plasterboard, and we've also put the angle bead on. So that's all ready now to go. So if you look now, you can see in here where the shower tray comes up to, and we also had to do a little bit of work here. So our waste is connected. This will get concreted up, but I had to cut a little channel because originally I had designed it for it to be there, and this was going to be a bit further over. So that's all done. We're going to leave that now. We just had delivery of our windows and door. So that's our door here that has arrived. It's actually lying on its side, so it's going to turn up that way. So it's got 6 panels of glass, and there's also a window at the back here, a long window, which is going to go in that gap there. We just put our cavity closers on, and as we just finished fitting them, the guy turned up. So I'll just show you the ones on this side as well. You can see cavity closers are in, and we're basically ready to put our doors in. So as far as glass is concerned, glass is arriving next week. They did send the 3 panels for the small glass, so we may fit those in, but the doors, the glass is coming next week. So yeah, let's crack on and get these doors in.
Robot. Yeah, he's not dropping that. That's I see right now. Yeah, he's playing me for. Did you carry that first? Did you do something tight? No, the window.
Hi guys, so we've come up with a snag, a real big snag. So I just spoke to the customer about it, and I think we're going to come to some sort of solution where we're going to do a bit of modification, but we haven't issued a manufacturer, and I've double checked it, and it's not our fault, it's the manufacturer's fault. They've made an error, and this is what happens when you get bespoke stuff. That's why everything takes forever, and it's why I sort of tend to lean away from doing the bespoke stuff if possible, and try to sort of do the stuff on shelf. But obviously with this build and these particular windows, you have to get them made. You can't get this stuff off the shelf, and it's really unfortunate because they're really, really nice doors. So let's have a look at the issue and let me show you what we're going to do to resolve it. All right guys, so as you can see, we've got, I'm going to explain a couple of things actually. So we've got this window in there, This window opening is 600, but we actually made the door 550, and there's a reason why. So you can see there's a bit of a gap here. There's going to be some timber there on the side to fill in this gap. The reason why we did that is because we're going to be cladding this wall, and we've done the measurements for the battening, the ply, the metal cladding, and etc., and it's going to come up to where the finished edge of the window is. So if we had made this window to 600 and just gone all the way to the wall here, by the time we built the cladding out, it would have gone past the glass and it would have looked horrible. So this is why there's a gap on that side. So it's tight on that side, as you can see, and then there's a bit of a gap here to allow for that cladding to build out. So if you look this way, the cladding would basically end up here. So that's why that is, in case anybody was wondering why there's a big gap on the side. Now this is where we've got the problem. So the dimensions for this door should be 1800mm wide, 2100mm high, including the sill. Now they've made it 2100 high without the sill, and they didn't provide the sill. So I've spoken to them, and they said, oh yeah, we should have sent the sill out. But then we've double checked the measurement and realized that actually it's the wrong size. So if we put the sill on this, it's not going to fit. As you can see, it's fully fitting perfectly and nice and snug. A little bit of space here, but it's fitting how we want it to fit. But there's no sill on it, and it has to have a sill. It's also got the drainage, which is part of the sill system. It's there's a hole here, for instance. There's one hole here. There's another one there. There's another one there. There's another there. And then the sill has the same holes, and they line up, and then the water drops out from the bottom if any water gets in. So we need to have this sill. So what we're going to do, the only option is the customer's onto the front of them now. This took 6 weeks to be manufactured. If they've got to remanufacture this, which is what they would have to do, we would be well off on this job now. So what I've proposed to do is to modify this exterior blockwork and cut it down by 3 centimeters, 30mm, which is the thickness of our sill, and then the sill would drop down. So the window would be where it is now, and the sill would sit underneath it, but would drop down just slightly. The bottom of the sill would be sort of here. The only difference is this sill won't be level with the other sill. It'll be out by 3 centimeters, but you wouldn't really notice it because it's sort of not side by side. It's sort of 2 different areas. You probably would never notice it with the naked eye. But that is the only solution I can think of besides getting totally new doors, which I don't think anybody wants to do. So yeah, I think that's basically where we are now. So guys, we are pretty much gonna have to wrap up today. We are really stuck. We're gonna have to pack the windows away, pack the doorway, clean up, and hopefully, if they are gonna send us a sill, hopefully we'll get it next week, because the windows, the glass for the doors arrive next week. So hopefully, if we can sort it out in time, the manufacturer can ship out a sill with that glass. So fingers crossed, next week Tuesday we'll be getting these doors fully fitted. So let's see how it goes. Really want to get this wrapped up so that we can start getting the floor and stuff like that done. So a bit of a sort of a wasted-ish day, you know. There's not much we can do, but at least we sorted out the shower issue, which we needed to do, which we only found out this morning. So it was worth sorting that out. But otherwise, we need to get these doors and windows in before we can really crack on with the rest of the work. So yes, yeah, it's just showing you guys the ups and downs of how it goes. But yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video anyway. We just want to keep you guys updated. Tomorrow we're back on the extension build. We should be receiving the kitchen tomorrow. All goes well, we get the kitchen, and we're going to be cracking straight through and get that kitchen done as soon as possible. So in the next 2 days probably should have the kitchen done. So yeah, we'll catch you guys tomorrow on the next one. Thanks for watching. Take care.